What's up, guys? This is Vinay and welcome to Set Up to Win. Over the past few decades, Dave Ramsey has emerged as one of the most influential personal finance gurus in America. He is a New York Times best-selling author, and his radio show, The Ramsey Show, has tens of millions of listeners. Ramsey has also been able to get thousands of churches, schools, and companies to buy his educational and coaching programs. His message around money obviously resonates with people, but is it good advice? And if you follow this advice, will you end up rich? Let's dive in. The core of Dave Ramsey's message can be captured by his 7 baby steps. According to Ramsey, you should follow these baby steps to get out of debt, build wealth, and achieve financial freedom. This is the first video in a 3-part video series. In this video, let's dive into the first 3 baby steps and see if they'll actually get you ahead in your life. In the second video, we'll cover steps 4 and 5, and in the third video, we'll cover steps 6 and 7. So let's get into it. Baby step number 1 is to save $1,000 for your starter emergency fund. I would agree with Dave Ramsey here. This is an absolute necessity. If you don't have $1,000 that you can access in the case of an emergency, then you are just one small incident away, maybe a trip to the emergency room, or your car breaking down, from really having your life turned upside down. This is a critical step. So if you don't have $1,000 that you can access in the case of an emergency, definitely do whatever you can to build that fund. Take on a few extra hours at work, or sell a few of the things you don't need anymore, or just start cutting out expenses. Start cooking more meals at home, or go on a spending freeze for a few months. When it comes down to it, it's all about peace of mind. But if you can't survive a financial emergency, then you really aren't building towards that peace of mind that we're all looking for. And after stashing away that $1,000, you should set out to accomplish baby step 2, which is to pay off all debt except for your house using the debt snowball. First of all, let's define what the debt snowball is. It's the process of listing out all your debts, student loans, car loans, credit cards, except your house, and putting them in order of smallest balance owed to largest balance owed, regardless of the interest rate, and paying off the smallest balance first. Do this until that balance is paid off, then start attacking the next smallest balance. For example, let's say that you have a car loan of $15,000 at an 8% interest rate, a student loan of $20,000 at a 7% interest rate, a Visa credit card balance of $30,000 at a 24% interest rate, and a Costco credit card balance of $40,000 at an 18% interest rate. Using the Debt Snowball Method, Dave Ramsey tells you not to even look at the interest rate. Only look at the loan balance. In this instance, it would be the car loan at $15,000. So you would make minimum payments on everything else, the student loans and the 2 credit cards. And you would take every extra dollar you had and put it towards paying down that car loan. Once you've paid down your car loan, you would look at the next smallest loan balance. Now it would be your student loans at $20,000. You would make minimum payments on those 2 credit cards, and you would take every extra dollar you have and put it towards paying down your student loan. And you would continue this process until all your debt, except for your house loan if you have one, is paid off. The idea is that you want to score a win as quickly as possible because that makes the process much more fun. And the greater idea is that you want to score win after win so you can build much more confidence and much more momentum. From a purely mathematical standpoint, this is not the most efficient way to pay down debt. If you wanted to do it more efficiently, you would attack the highest interest rate first. But we all know it's not always about the math, it's also about staying motivated. So I would say baby step 2 is good, not great, it's not wrong, it's just what works for you. And once all your debt is paid off, it's time to keep that momentum and try to accomplish baby step 3, which is to save 3 to 6 months of expenses in an emergency fund. Saving 3 to 6 months of expenses is basically like taking baby step 1, which was to save $1,000, to the next level. The idea is that if you were to face a financial crisis, like losing your job, or if you had an unexpected medical emergency, you would be able to survive and figure out your next moves with more of a clear head. You won't be desperate if a bad situation came up. You'll have a little breathing room. This definitely will require a little discipline, but it's totally worth it because of the peace of mind that you'll get from saving those 3 to 6 months of expenses. In order for you to accomplish this baby step of saving 3 to 6 months of expenses, you would need to figure out what your monthly expenses are. How much does it cost for you to live per month? Let's say your costs break down to mortgage or rent payment of $1,200, utilities $500, food $1,200, car payment $500, credit cards $700, entertainment $150, student loans $500, and miscellaneous expenses $250, which totals up to $5,000 per month. So if you wanted to save for 3 months of expenses, it would be $5,000 per month times 3 months, which would equal $15,000 in your fund. And if you wanted to save 6 months of expenses, it would be $5,000 per month times 6 months, which would equal $30,000 in your fund. How much you decide to save might depend on your personal situation. For example, if your spouse also works and the likelihood of both of you losing your job is very low, maybe you figure it's better just to save for 3 months of expenses. But if you're the only one earning an income, or if your income is a little less predictable, it might make more sense to save for 6 months of expenses. I would agree with Dave Ramsey here that accomplishing baby step 3 is a vital step to achieving financial freedom. So looking back on the first 3 Dave Ramsey baby steps, let's see if they make sense. The first baby step was to save $1,000 in an emergency fund. This is definitely necessary to face a crisis such as a trip to the emergency room or your car breaking down. This is one step you need to do. Now let's look at baby step number 2, which is to pay off all your debt except for your house using the debt snowball. Again, this is not the optimal way for you to pay down debt, but if you're buried in consumer debt and don't know what to do, it might be a good idea to follow Dave Ramsey's advice. This is built on us scoring as quick a win as possible to gain confidence and momentum in paying down debt. And now moving on to the third baby step, which is to save 3 to 6 months of expenses in an emergency fund. I would agree with Ramsey that this is a critical step in your path to financial freedom. The peace of mind you will gain by having this emergency fund is really priceless. The first 3 baby steps are very important in laying that foundation to achieving financial freedom. If you've already accomplished these 3 steps, then good for you. You've positioned yourself to get ahead. And make sure to check out part 2 of our series, where we dive into baby steps 4 and 5. This is where it gets a little more interesting. Please comment below with any thoughts you might have on baby steps 1, 2, or 3. And if you like this video, please like, share, and of course subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.